Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Moletrap here. This is Zero versus Stat. Gonna be game 2 of the Group G for the Bigfile MSL from 2010, round of 32, and this is the game 2. So the winner of to spoil game 1, the winner of this will go on to face C in the winners match, and the loser of this will go on to face Great in the losers match. Excuse me. And so yeah, this is Stats versus Zero. Stats is in the top left. He's the I guess the white Protoss player. Zero is the blue Zerg in the bottom right. He's the Zerg player, and I'm really excited to see Zero back playing some Star Leagues. Well, when I say back, I mean it's just a new Star League season. He did very well in the last couple Star Leagues, and my video is being very spooky. This is not cool. Why is my processor going crazy? Anyway, hopefully the video clears up. You won't be seeing the same Skippy video because it's just the way it's playing back on my computer. But anyway, yes, Zero. I tried to follow Zero all the way to the finals last season, but he didn't make it to the finals. But I think I might do the same thing again. I enjoyed keeping up and watching all of his games and kind of following him. So I'm going to try and do that again. Follow Zero as far as he goes leagues, since he is pretty much my favorite player. Used to be a sort of a, well, there's some I don't know what I'm saying. There's other players that I like also, but they haven't been doing as well lately. You know, I've always been sort of a Stork fan. Well, I've always been a Stork fan, but you know, since he's been kind of sucking, I've been less of a Stork fan. I almost gave up on him a couple times. You know, there was one point where you know, I was like, all right, Stork, if you don't stop just being a jerk and losing stuff, then I'm gonna give up. And then he won the OSL. So, okay, well, that's cool. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Zero has gone for a very, very quick pool, by the way. It looked like an overpool. I pull into hatchery, and Stats has gone for a forge first. Now sending out his scout is what it looks like. So he's going to scout pretty late, but his scout is going to get in there. He's going to see exactly what Zero's doing. He's gotten his forge first, so he's not in too much danger. Once he spouts these Zerglings, he can put up cannons and probably be able to do fine. And a drone is sending out a drone for a third base as well. And so Zero is going to have those early Zerglings for pressure, but then he's going to be doing pretty well as far as economy goes. Later on in the game, sending out not too many Zerglings either, just enough to make him build the cannon. Oh, he's actually gonna stop that third hatchery. Good stuff there. He's gonna actually go over there and stop the third hatchery. Cannon's up, the gateway's up. Zerglings are almost there, but that first cannon is almost up. He's got a few probes in the gap, just gonna be enough to stop those Zerglings from running through before the cannon warps in, and the cannon does warp in as well as the Nexus, so he's gonna be able to get that second base up and running pretty quick too. Anyway, yeah, by the way, random bit of trivia. So I was just going over to, yes, I do have a Twitter account, even though I don't really like Twitter. But, I figured it's good for some people to keep up with stuff. So I go on my Twitter and, Twitter/Moletrap, by the way, if you care. But, I just announced if I'm going to do any games, I'll put it on there. Just so that people, because some people like to know what games I'm going to do, so they don't watch it in Korean first or something like that. Anyway, and I remembered that I was been meaning to mention this for a while because it's kind of that I have found out through Twitter that Stork has an iPhone, because I'm for some reason I don't remember how I got him, but I'm only following two. Oh, almost got a drone, but the probe goes down instead. Got double teamed. Anyway, for some reason I'm following on Twitter Stork and Firebat Hero, and so yeah, so I see their tweets, and I never understand a single one of them. Well, almost never, because they're almost always in Korean. But I found out Stork has an iPhone because it, you know, his tweets said like sent from iPhone or something like that, and then I actually found out that Firebat Hero has an iPad, because he actually sent one tweet that was in English where he's like, you know, it was very broke. Hi to my followers, long time. You know, it is it is first tweet from iPad or something, something along those lines. And so I was like, oh, cool, there's an iPad. So we got a couple zealots running around, just forcing those Zerglings back. Zero might have to be a little bit careful. Excuse me, Zero might have to be a little bit careful since he doesn't have a ton of Zerglings on the map right now. Almost none, actually. And he doesn't have his defenses up just quite yet. I think he's probably betting that those Zealots won't quite move out yet, because if those Zealots do move out and actually attack, he'd be able to make enough Zerglings to shut him down pretty quickly, and then Stats would be in a very defensive position. But I'm a little bit worried about Zero's defenses, though. If he gets a few more forces on the ground and moves out, it could be trouble. He is starting to set up his Sim City. He's got his hatchery there to block. He's going to get a sunken colony behind that. Spire is not quite up yet, as we can see there, and the first Corsair is on the way. Although Scourge build pretty fast. The Spire is almost done, so that Corsair is probably going to, just like we normally see, the Corsair is probably going to get an Overlord or two, and then be chased off by Scourge. That's probably what's going to happen here. Anyway, 5th hatchery at that extra base, and there's a den in the way as well, so he's probably going to put a colony behind that hatchery back next to the den, so it's a nice place where he can block. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. Sorry, I haven't slept much the last couple days. It's a nice block where he can block, so Zealots in the gap. Zerglings in the gap, and if any Zealots try and run in, they'll just spend too much time attacking the building, and the Sun Colony will be able to pound away willy-nilly. He does need to get that colony up at some point, though. But yeah, that's how programmers do it. That's how they roll, is they spend as long as possible without getting those defenses, so they can get as many drones as possible, mining for as long as possible instead. So now it looks like he might be moving out here a little bit. Zero is running those Zerglings back. He's probably building sunken colonies right now. Just in case, because that attack, that's enough of a force there that he can move out with those Zealots and that Dragoon and possibly do some damage. And oh no, a Reaver is already out as well. Citadel going down, some more gateways, pretty standard stuff. Some Scourge, we just saw some Scourge sent in, probably just for scouting purpose, yeah. So he's going to see all that. He sees exactly what's going on. And he's making more Zerglings as well. So, and where's your sunken colony, dude? Get your sunk up. Get your sunk up. I guess no? Maybe he figured, well, he knows better than I, obviously. But Stas has decided to stay base instead of moving out with that force. And so I guess maybe Zero was confident that he could fend it off just with Zerglings if he needed to. He's still no sunken colony, so a little bit worried about when Stats does make a push. It's going to be hard for him to get his forces up in time, but obviously he's doing fine. A lot of larvae on the ground. What does he do? Is he going to go for a Muta thing? What is he doing? He's got a ton of... And a Spire? What is going on? He's going to make a... What is he going to do here? Maybe he's waiting to see what kind of forces, or seeing if he can pick off maybe he was waiting to see how many Corsairs Stats had and decide if he wants to go for Mutas or Hydras or something like that. But there's 2 Reavers on the ground as well, and surely a shuttle is going to come out next. His Stats playing kind of defensively, actually, which is interesting because he doesn't really have a reason to play defensively. So there's some more Hydralisks. What happened to all those larvae? Let's see here. +1 weapons, by the way, really keeping off those Corsairs. He's got a group of 5 or 6 Corsairs now, and with the +1 weapons, they're able to eat badly, and do a lot of damage. And now he's moving out. He's got the 2 Reavers. He's in the shuttle. He's got a bunch of Zealots moving out, which my video is actually skipping so much that I can't tell if they're speed upgraded or not. But I think they are. He's got a lot of Zealots there. He's going to fall back to these Reavers, but the Reavers might get sniped if he's not careful. Hydralisk going in. Oh, Scarabs are going to go right in the middle of those Hydralisks, taking out several. The second one does, though. Have to really fight this off, though. Zero is falling back towards his base. He's got to be careful. He gets several shots off on that shuttle. If he can pick off that shuttle with the Reavers inside, it would be basically instant win. But it's going to be difficult. Stats is playing this really close to his chest. He finally has that Sun Colony up. It's not necessarily going to do a lot against this massive force, though, especially with Reavers to back up. He drops off the Reavers and back, and Zero is not in good position to fight on the front, but he does have Hydrals coming in behind. If he can snipe those Reavers, he's going to try and snipe one of them. No, he doesn't get the shuttle. He gets one of the Reavers. The shuttle saves the other Reaver. But he's got to be careful. Both players have to be careful. He's actually low on Hydrals, but that shuttle is almost dead. Oh my god. 2 hits left, I think, on that shuttle would kill it. Maybe 1. It's hard to tell.